History is in fact a very good example of that collaboration, of that richness of a research community. There we have an example of the Mile End Group. Now this has grown into such a significant body of research, of collaboration with government, for events, for seminars, and it's something that was actually imagined and conceived and developed by the students themselves.
What we're looking at is this blending of the worlds, of showing great academic rigour, Queen Mary being, undoubtedly internationally renowned when it comes to its research, and bringing that to a wider audience, and also at the same time, hopefully and successfully, showing the world, and London especially, what we're doing and how we can make a real impact to so many different areas.
Geography is a department with tremendous impact, and its commitment to knowledge transfer is very much a key part of the work that goes on in geography.
I mean, much of the work that we currently do, whilst it has a kind of focus on spatial, place-based and environmental type questions, deals with those questions through a very interdisciplinary framework, from kind of the geographies of health, the built environment and obesity, which is one of the areas of work we're working on in the department, which obviously has a whole set of connections across not only the sector at Queen Mary, Humanities and Social Sciences, but also beyond to the medical school and public health issues.
Queen Mary's academic traditions in the sector have also contributed to a real strength in the relevance of our research, in the application of our research in a broader social and political and economic context. Another very important example of that activity is the Centre for the Study of Migration.
The centre has a long history of involvement in the local area, in sort of research focusing on the Whitechapel area. It's the former director and the founder of the centre, Dr. Anne Kirshen, has an extensive work on the history of the Whitechapel area, on Huguenots, Jews, Bangladeshis and other communities of different layers of migration, if you like, that have come to this area. So obviously migration, I suppose, is a topic in today's world that touches on almost every single field, because we live in a world of mobilities of one sort or another, and we're looking really to expand what we do. We already have strong links with geography, law, politics, and of course myself here at the School of Languages, Linguistics and Film.
Languages are also a very important part of the academic work at Queen Mary, and indeed a very important part of everybody's commitment to an international community and to being members of that international community. Queen Mary's School for Languages, Linguistics and Film is an excellent example of that expertise in action, links between research excellence and academic practice, and practical exercises and work for the graduates, for the researchers themselves.
These language laboratories, multimedia language laboratories, are a modern computerized language learning facility. We have 3 of them, which can hold up to about 80 people altogether. In a university, you have of course you've got a lot of academic expertise. There's an academic community of practice. We have the research background. For example, we did a research project here last year in the labs called Teaching Techniques for Multimedia Language Labs, where we prepared some language learning exercises using computers, and then we observed those exercises in practice in the labs, and then we did an evaluation of those types of language learning activities, and this was all funded by the Centre for Excellence in Multimedia Language Learning.
The school itself is home also to, we're very proud to say, Mile End Films. And we're very particularly proud of Mile End Films because, again, it is QUEDOS principles in action. This is an enterprise that is committed to giving graduates practical experience on projects that they simply wouldn't otherwise have access to. It means that they are working on commercial projects, they're working on very professional activities, and they're getting that experience that really puts them so far ahead in the marketplace when they move on from Queen Mary.
Film studies at Queen Mary is a very interesting department because it's one of the very few departments in the country that bring together film practice with film theory. Mile End Films was set up because I recognised there was a lot of talent in the students that we were producing. What there wasn't, though, was a space where that continued development could continue at university.
So we're very lucky here at Queen Mary at having an absolutely excellent school of English and drama.
English at Queen Mary has existed for over 100 years and drama for about 10 or 12 years. And about a decade ago, the university combined the departments of drama and the Department of English to create the School of English and Drama. And I like how this sense of the very old and the very new exist in a dynamic and creative tension, if you will. And that's symbolic of what we try to do across Queen Mary, which is preserve the best of our heritage, but always to be creative and innovative and on the forefront of knowledge.
The Department of Economics has a very strong tradition of working with the commercial sector.
In fact, we have people, since we are a very international department, who have worked in central banks throughout the world. Portugal, Brazil, the ECB. So we have people who have participated and who have real world experience of policy issues. And in basically engaging with such institutions, we pass on knowledge on theoretical aspects of how economics can help people make better decisions in these forums. More specifically, given the launch of this new exciting initiative, the QUEDOS, we will be providing classes and other modules that will be taught mainly to professionals. So these courses will be starting hopefully in January or February.
So I, for instance, come from the Centre for Commercial Law Studies, which is part of the School of Law. And we have a rich tradition of collaborating with the profession, of working in a broader and commercial environment. And in fact, we were one of the first centres in the country to offer professional training for patent and trademark attorneys, for instance. We have a tremendous breadth and range in the Department of Law, in public law, in human rights, and in family and criminal law. We have one of the most highly regarded groups of researchers in evidence and criminology in the country. And this is a tremendous bonus to the sector. We also have the School of Business and Management, which is a wonderful area where there is true engagement with the cultural and social impact of business practices, business management, and it's tremendously interesting work is going on there. And there's also a very rich collaboration again with other departments.